Hi you guys, welcome back to Creatively Crafted Life. My name is Melanie and I am on what is going to be likely a year-long journey to go through my entire stash and do a bit of a re-sort and purge. What you see in front of you is all my Christmas ephemera embellishments, and I say all loosely because, you know, I've got stuff tucked away everywhere. So this is what I collected. And I thought we would take a break from the paper sort and do something with all of this. What I would like to have is only one bin of Christmas stuff, but that doesn't mean I can't have Christmas stuff elsewhere. So my thought process is that I would like these iris bins to hold all my bulky embellishments, and things like stickers, chipboard, this kind of stuff can go elsewhere. So I'm thinking possibly like a sticker die cut binder for the ephemera pieces. I'm okay with that. But yeah, I got a little bit of sorting and purging and, you know, stuff to do. I've got a ton of washi. You know, that's kind of the stuff that I'm thinking would be in here. Brads, buttons, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I am going to do a preliminary sort and I'll come back and then tell you what my next step is going to be. Even though it doesn't look like it, there is some chaos to this order. So I have puffy type stickers here as one grouping. I have enamel dots and stuff here. Now, right off the bat, I am not going to keep these in Christmas. I am going to transfer these to my enamel sheets. Basically, I sort these by color and keep them on panels. I will insert a photo here showing you what I'm talking about. So that's what's going to happen with those. I have a ton of brads, but to be honest, I think there's a lot of wasted space in here that could be better utilized. So I will insert a photo here of what I do with my other brads, my other decorative brads. Now I used foam core board for that, and I don't think I'm going to do that in this case. I'm thinking I'm just going to use a piece of cardstock, but basically I want to see if I can combine all of these into maybe one 8.5 by 11 sheet. That's my thought process there. Talked about the puffies already. All the washi that I have is probably just going to go back in the bin unless I find a different place to store washi, which, you know, can always happen. But what I would like to do is I want to create a washi journal where I keep samples of all the washi that I have that I can just flip through. So that will be something I will work on to get that kind of sorted out. This is all the 12 by 12 chipboard that I have. I don't anticipate at this time taking this apart. So I probably will keep what's in here as is. And the question will be whether or not it will live in that bin or if I'm going to move this someplace where I'm going to store all my 12 by 12 chipboard sheets. I think ultimately what it'll come down to is if I have enough room. That was not the only chipboard. So I also have 6 by 12 sheets of chipboard as well as stickers, so flat stickers in here. So we'll need to sort that out and have a plan. I would be tempted, I'm gonna be honest here, I would be tempted to transfer these to 12 by 12 sheets just in some way, just so that I would only have one method of storing the chipboard. So I'm gonna think about that for a little bit. Besides these stickers, I also have stickers and ephemera, and I'm thinking all of these I want to go into a die cut sticker ephemera binder, similar to what I'm doing here, and see how much of this I could combine down. And that may also be where the puffy stickers end up living too. We'll see. I also have some Project Life cards, and to be honest, of all the Project Life or pocket cards I have, these are probably the ones I'm most likely to use. I will use them quite often to make cards, and I also use them for December daily, which is not included in any of this stuff. So I do have other Christmas stuff that I have not even touched, and it's what I've designated as December daily. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over to that category and we'll deal with it separately. And then I have alphas. So these were from a Christmas line and they have a bit of foiling on them. And I have some glitter ones and some wood veneer. These to me, they should just go with my regular alphas, so that's where they're gonna go. And then I have from My Mind's Eye, Christmas on Market Street, I have titles, December Daily, Merry Christmas, 'Tis the Season. To be honest, this is way too bulky for what that is, and so I'm going to do the same thing with my other ephemera pieces, is I'm going to actually put these on 8.5 by 11 papers. And I also have letters in this pearlescent, and I don't think it just says Merry. It looks like there might be more in here, possibly maybe some numbers, so I think I'm going to do the same thing with those. And I have these chipboard words, which I'm thinking I will probably treat the same way as the other chipboard I have. And then the last category is bulky stuff that I would like to somehow find a way to flatten it as much as possible. So I definitely have my work cut out for me. Absolutely. It's a little bit overwhelming. So I'm just going to tackle one pile at a time. So through the magic of video editing, I'll be right back. I think I am mostly done. I'm scared to say that. Obviously I still have December Daily like I mentioned before. So this here, along with others, I think, you know, wrappings, like the plastic cellophane wrappers and stuff, represents just packaging. Yes, just packaging. So that's all going to get recycled. What I have here is stuff that is going in my purge pile. I have some of these loose letters. I've got some ephemera number pieces, some odds and ends ephemera pieces in there, some more ephemera pieces, a couple stickers, frames, Felicity Jane stickers, leftover stickers from here. These are Pink Fresh stickers, a few chipboard pieces, also Felicity Jane. Got some Doodlebug, Simple Stories, My Mind's Eye, and this is all leftover bits of chipboard from Pink Fresh. So this will go in my purge pile to forward on to someone else who would like to, you know, obtain some stuff such as it is. My pile's getting pretty big, which feels good, Okay, so now that we know what I'm getting rid of, let me show you what I'm keeping. Okay, so the first thing I did was I took my 6x12 sheets and I attached it to some scrap cardboard that I had just to give it some stability. And so now all my chipboard sheets, whether 12x12 or 6x12, are the same size. And those easily fit in this bin. I then took all the washi that I had and I rewound them onto some plastic panels. And these are basically Dollar Tree cutting mat. I cut them in half and then just wound the washi tape around here. I have done this previously on a little smaller sheets just for a sampling that I keep right next to me when I work, so that I always have washi readily available. So this is 24 rolls of washi. So can you imagine if you had 24 full spools, how bulky that would take? I do have one roll that I did not transfer over. It's, show you what it looks like. It's a Christmas tree washi and it's on this plastic. So I didn't want to unstick it off of the plastic because it is pretty delicate. And so I'm just going to keep this in here loose. And I'm just using right now this very big paper clip to hold it together, which may or may not stay. I may just pull that off at some point. All my other embellishments, every other bit, are in these 2 1-inch binders. Now I don't know if I'm going to keep them in here or if I'm going to move some of it back in the bin. Right now I'm going to leave it as is. Once I finish the December Daily stuff, I'll have a better idea if I have space left in this bin or not. So basically what I did was I took all the ephemera packs and attached them to page protectors with a piece of cardstock inside. I mixed chipboard puffy stickers. So here's chipboard, here puffy stickers are down here, and these were just regular cardstock stickers. What's nice is that I can just peel this off fairly easily and then attach it to my project. For ephemera pieces, I just used some ATG tape to adhere it to the papers. And now I have all my Christmas ephemera basically in one spot. And this is easy to flip through really quickly, and I don't have to worry about all that packaging. Some of the puffies I just left on the backers and taped the backers in here. That's always an option as well. And other ones, like this was a 6x12 sheet of chipboard sayings, I just peeled off and stuck directly in here. And again, these just peel right off fairly easily. The only time, or the only types of stickers I've had issues so far with putting them on page protectors are those thin paper stickers. They stick too much and they're harder to peel off. But other than that, most stuff peels off pretty easily. Chipboard, I have had it where it leaves the sticky bit on and it peels or splits apart, but I've had that even taking them off of the backing that they come on, so I'm not too concerned about that. So that's the first binder, and that's primarily Christmas. And then I've got more what I call winter here, and again, I've got chipboard stickers. These are those thin stickers that I'm telling you about. I just left them on the sheets and just stuck them in here. I've got dimensional stickers, you name it, it is in here. And then I had these pages, I don't know how well you can see this. These are actually they're designed for postage stamps. And I use them to tuck in some of the acetate pieces that I have because I didn't want to apply any adhesive to these. So I just have them tucked in. Ideally, these would be better on white than black because of the nature of what they are, but it's what I have, so we're just going to leave it at that. And then on this side, I have some acetate as well. These are from Pink Fresh, and they have just numbers, so like for December Daily. And then on this side, I had some alphas that I created words out of. So like it says daily, I've got 'tis the season, merry. And I just kind of layered these, and I purposely layered them tight so that when you flip, they don't move around so much, but I can still read the words. Same with this side. This is 1 to 31. I just, overlap them so that they don't fall out very easily. And then here's some more. This one says merry and bright and season of joy. And then I got all my brads and transferred them onto cardstock. Now this is inside the page protector, so I will have to pull this out. But what I like is that I can see all of them in one shot instead of having, I think it was 6 or 7 packages. So I really do like that. Now you could make an argument that like the green and the red should go with my regular brads. To be honest, I have plenty of regular black brads elsewhere, and so I don't begrudge having them in this binder. The rest of this is mostly bulky stuff, so starting with the brads. So I've got some wood veneer that were stickers. Again, they were adhesive already, so I just stuck them down. And again, they just peel up pretty easily. So that's good. These epoxy circles, again, I left them on the plastic backing and just attached the backing to the page protector. I had some wood buttons that I just affixed a glue dot behind. They came on the normal packaging with a little bit of foam adhesive, but I found that was not very sticky anymore, so by adding a glue dot, that did that. I even have some rubber pieces. These were actually attached to paper clips, but I would never use them as a paper clip. So I just put a glue dot behind them and add them in here, some more wood veneer, and some flare. For the flare, I did leave them on the foam because that was still sticky. If you're concerned about stuff falling out, you would probably want to slide them inside a page protector, but I am not really worried about it. So I prefer having them on the outside so that I don't have to deal with sliding stuff in and out. So would this all fit in this bin? No, for sure not. One binder will. but I definitely have two. I can't fit them all in one. But I'm okay with that. It didn't all fit before. It was, you know, all spread throughout my craft space. So I feel really good about just having this to represent my Christmas plus the paper. So I've got a lot more to do. I want to do this similarly with some of the other categories in my stash. I'm sure that will be coming soon to my channel, so stay tuned. If you like these type of organization videos, please be sure to like and subscribe. And of course, as always, let me know what you're working on. How's your organization going? Are you struggling with anything? And do you have any tips and tricks? Thanks so much, you guys. And until next time, happy organizing.